Welcome to Holistic Health is Hot, where your journey to sculpting your dream body meets holistic health. I'm your host, Ashley Roberts. Here, we're going to chat about mindset hacks that have completely transformed my life and dive deep into nutrition and movement that will help transform yours. We're going to get into the intense connection between mind, body, and soul so you can glow from the inside out. Let's get into it. And remember, holistic health is hot. Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Holistic Health is Hot. I am so happy that you are here. In honor of me traveling like a crazy person this, month, I am going to talk about all things staying healthy on vacation and while you're traveling. I find that so often clients struggle a lot with getting off their routine, feeling like they are losing all their progress when they go on a trip or go on vacation. And so I'm going to tell you exactly how to avoid this so you can continue to progress week after week, even if you are traveling, even if you are enjoying yourself, even if you are on vacation. Okay, so I am going to kind of just get right into it. So I just got back from Phoenix, Arizona. It was my great aunt Tottie's 100th birthday party. She was so cute. It was the sweetest thing ever. And so, that was a family trip, which is, in my opinion, a lot easier to stay healthy, because I think the biggest thing when you're kind of planning a trip and maybe you do have a health and fitness goal, or you just want to stay healthier, you want to continue progressing, the biggest thing is to decide your intention for that vacation, because truthfully, there are different types of traveling, different types of vacations. Are you going on a bachelorette trip? Because that's going to look way different than if you're going on like a family trip like I went on. Or are you going on a work trip? Again, every single one of these trips is completely different. And yes, you can stay healthy through every single one of them, but that's up to you. You're the one that decides your intention with the trip. Because truthfully, I think about the bachelorette party trips I've been on. I'm sorry, I'm not going to be as healthy as I am traveling with my family. And that's okay. One bachelorette trip is not going to ruin your progress. If you have a bachelorette trip every single weekend, yeah, that'd probably affect your progress. But typically, that's not the norm. But again, you can still choose to be intentional and stay super healthy on that bachelorette trip. But again, it's up to you. And where we fall short is when we tell ourselves we're going to stay healthy on a trip, and then we end up, going all out, going all crazy and eating all the things and drinking all the things and not moving our bodies, not drinking our water. And again, there's nothing wrong with having some time to just kind of let loose and not think about your health and fitness. But it's when you tell yourself you're going to show up, be healthy, move your body, and then you don't. Because what happens there is you lose trust with yourself. You aren't staying accountable to yourself. You're not keeping the promises that you tell yourself. And so that's when we start to lose trust with ourselves. And that is the important piece here, is it's not about being perfect on every single vacation or every single trip, but it's about you telling yourself what you want to get out of that trip and what your intention is. It's totally fine to go on a bachelorette trip and not give a shit what you're eating and not give a shit how much you're drinking or how much you're sleeping or whatever it may be, If that's you, I want that for you, and that's great. And one of those trips once a year is not going to ruin your progress, but it's how you come back from the trip. So even if you do want to go all out and not really give a shit or pay attention to your health and fitness, cool, do that. But when you get home, we're getting right back on track. You're not going to let that linger or feel guilty or anything like that. So again, you need to set that intention for yourself. And there's no right or wrong way to do it either. Don't feel like just because you're on this health and fitness journey that you need to be perfect 100% of the time, because that's not realistic. You're never going to stick with it. But I did want to say, I went on a family trip, and again, a lot different than the bachelorette trip. I'm not partying. I'm not doing all the things. I'm with family. I'm able to, I didn't even drink. So that was something that obviously I felt so much better about. I was able to wake up and go for sunrise walks. I was able to do meditation every single morning, but that's because I chose that. I knew what my intention for the trip was, and I stuck with it. But what I didn't do is I didn't tell myself I'm going to work out, 4 days a week like I typically do. That didn't happen for me, and I didn't feel guilty because, that was my intention. Did I eat perfectly healthy? Absolutely not. I, did the best that I could. I still did that because I wanted to feel good, but I wasn't putting this pressure on myself to eat healthy 100% of the time. That being said, I did set boundaries and chose healthier options when I knew I needed them. I'm just going to give you an example. One morning, we were at my stepdad's cousin's house, and I woke up and we were going to go on a hike. We ended up going on a 5-mile hike, and I knew that I needed some really good fuel to fuel me up that day and get me in a good, happy headspace, because I am one of those people, if I don't take care of myself and I don't eat healthy foods, especially for breakfast, I'm a monster. I'm not a fun person to be around, and I'm aware of that. So I'm not only doing it for me, I'm doing it for the people around me. So that looks like, even though they had, breakfast out, they had a lot of fruit and banana bread and, muffins and juice and everything like that. And again, there's nothing wrong with that, but I knew that if I ate that, I would feel like shit all day. I would have no energy. I'd probably be super lethargic. And so there was this conversation around like, oh, should I just be, respectful and be grateful and just eat that and just suffer the consequences? And I was like, no, like I know how I'm going to feel if I eat that way. So I'm choosing to respectfully be like, thank you so much, but I'm going to go to Starbucks or Whole Foods, and have a breakfast that I know is going to make me feel good, full of protein, full of fruits and veggies, and, even get like a coffee that I know is going to make me feel good. Again, there was this even part of me that was like, oh, I feel bad a little bit that I'm being rude, but I was like, I need to do this for myself. And there's nothing wrong with setting boundaries and taking care of yourself. Even if people do, have this well-prepared breakfast and you're like, you know what? No, I'm going to go for a little walk to a coffee shop and I'm going to get something full of protein so I know I can feel my best. And again, every trip is going to be different, but I knew what I needed and I set that boundary and just ended up taking care of myself. And truthfully, that was the best thing I could have done for myself. If I would have just been like, okay, y'all just eat what they have. Again, I would have had a sugar crash because I need protein in the morning. That was my biggest thing, is I need protein. I really wanted a smoothie too. So we ended up going to Whole Foods and I got it had kale and berries and vegan protein, and that's exactly what I needed. So I also had a breakfast sandwich from Starbucks. But again, I ate a really big breakfast because I knew we were going to go on a hike, and I knew that I needed that because I didn't eat that much the day before. And so I did what I needed to do to take care of myself. And I just want you to have my full permission and I want you to give yourself permission to just be able to set boundaries and not people please, and just do what you got to do to take care of yourself. So that is something that's super, super important. It's okay to set boundaries. It's okay to put yourself first. Again, even I think about a bachelorette trip. If I had a friend that was, if it was my bachelorette trip and we had all these sugary treats, which that probably wouldn't be my bachelorette trip, but if it was, and we were having donuts for breakfast, and there was somebody that was like, hey, I know that for me to feel good, I need to go get a more nutrient dense breakfast and have something with protein, and they left for a little bit and came back, I would not feel bad at all. I'd be like, you go take care of yourself. Or if there's a time when, your family wants to do something and you don't really feel like doing that, and so you want to go for a walk instead, do that. Obviously everything is circumstantial, so it's going to be different every time, but I just want you to be okay with setting boundaries and doing what you need to do to take care of yourself. But again, I don't want you to do it because you feel like you have to. I want you to do it because that's what you feel like is right. Because you don't have to I'm going to be healthy and move my body and drink all the water on every single trip, but it's up to you to set that boundary, and it's up for you to set that intention so you can decide how you want to approach it. So that is the biggest thing, is figuring out how you want to approach the vacation. But a couple of other tips is walking when you can. So again, depending on how you want to approach the trip, you can either make time to walk or just walk when you can. I feel like when I was on a bachelorette trip in Scottsdale, we were kind of walking around a lot. So I wasn't intentionally like, I'm going to go for a walk, but we were just kind of like walking around a lot in general. And then again, like family vacation, I walked because I decided I was going to get up early and do that. Another example, Eric and I are going to Hawaii in a couple weeks. And our last trip to Hawaii last year, we woke up and we walked. And even we kind of talked about it this like last week, we were like, oh, do we want to make time for the gym? And we're like, yeah, we actually do want to make time to work out. So we're going to do that. It's not like we have to do that, but our intention is we want to stay healthy on that trip. And so we're going to make the time to prioritize going to the gym or prioritize maybe like a workout on the beach, but it is a part of our lifestyle. And the way we get into a healthy lifestyle is to be healthy, create healthy, sustainable habits that we actually enjoy. Truthfully though, if we go to Hawaii and we don't work out, I'm not going to feel guilty. Because I know that like, we're still going to wake up and probably walk. There's a path right on the beach that we pretty much walk every single day. So if I do that, that's my minimum. I'm like, perfect. I feel good about that. So, walk when you can though, or create intentional time. It really, again, depends on the type of vacation that you have. Same with drinking water. Always bring your water bottle on a trip. I cannot even tell you how simple this is that will make such a big difference. Because if you're just relying on like water bottles or buying water or drinking out of glasses, you know, girl, you're not going to drink as much water. Okay. So bring your water bottle. And if you don't have a cute water bottle yet, I highly recommend. They have ones at Target. I think it's, what is it? SM. I feel like is the name of the brand. I could be making that up, but they're like $20 for a big 40-ounce water bottle, one with a straw. So I would give that a try. Always bring a water bottle, no matter what. But I bet Amazon has some too, But I have a Stanley, and honestly, I hate it for traveling because it spills. And so I can never really take it. So I usually use, like this last trip, I used Eric's Hydro Flask, but it was a little bit smaller. So, you got to do the best that you can, but I highly recommend bring a water bottle so you can actually drink water, because that's something that is very underrated and something that is just a habit that you can continue on even when you are traveling. So another thing too, and I wish I would have done this, is bring protein powder or protein shakes or something like that, because again, not everyone is on the same level as you and the people around you aren't. And so if you can bring protein powder, protein shake, protein bar, something like that, just to keep yourself full when you know you need some sort of snack, is so, so helpful. I was thinking about it because I was like, oh, like I wish I would have brought protein powder or some sort of protein shake, because we were having pizza, but I had vegan pizza. Again, I was like eating pizza in a way that felt good to me, which was a vegan pizza. So we got that from the store, but it didn't really have protein on it. And I know myself that like it doesn't keep me full for very long if I don't have protein. So I would have loved to supplement a protein shake with that. But yeah, even talking about, that pizza, I had the pizza, but I also had a big ass salad with it. Again, I'm eating it in a way that feels good to me, just like I do not on vacation. So I really also want you to get out of this headspace of all or nothing, because it's okay to be balanced on vacation. It's okay to be balanced not on vacation. I eat pizza whenever I want. I think I said this in one of my email newsletters that was like, I've eaten pizza probably 6 times in the last couple weeks, and I'm not exaggerating. And then I sent that, and then I actually had pizza again, but I'm eating it in a way that feels good to my body. I'm not eating a whole pizza and no veggies. I'm eating a couple slices of pizza and having a big ass salad on the side, and that kind of takes me to my next tip, is to, when you are out to eat, get the healthy meal and split whatever of the sweet treat that you want. I'll give you an example. So I was with my mom and stepdad went to Hawaii. This is a couple years ago, but I typically do this with Eric too. But I'm just thinking about this one time in specific where there's this amazing pancake place in Hawaii, in Maui. And I knew that if I just ate pancakes, again, I would feel like shit. I would crash. Like my whole day would just be very slow and I wouldn't feel very good. It'd probably hurt my stomach. So what I did with my mom is we split an omelet and we split like a veggie omelet and we split pancakes. So then I was still getting the veggies, the protein, but then I still got that fix of the sweet treat. Instead of having all just a big pancake for breakfast, I ate it in a way that felt good to me, which was splitting two things, one thing healthy, one thing less nutrient dense. And you can do that with whoever. Another little hack too is if you want, I don't even know, I'm thinking like dinner. If you want like, okay, maybe you want like fish and chips, okay, and that's literally like fried fish and french fries. If that's what you want, fine. Maybe just get a little appetizer of Brussels sprouts or some sort of veggie, again, just to like add some more fiber and give you those nutrients. I'm not saying you have to do this, but that way you can get whatever you want, but then have a healthy side of some sort of veggie or something like that. Again, once you start eating so healthy, and I'm a big believer of eating 99% healthy foods and 1% unhealthy, but I'm not even going to go into my whole philosophy on that. But even on vacation, I like to feel good. I want to enjoy my vacation and feel good. So I'm going to eat in a way that makes me feel good. And, even when I do eat out, yeah, I still choose healthy options. And honestly, they're still fire. I think so often we think, oh, healthy food is just boring and gross. But there's so many healthy foods that actually taste so good. And now that I am on this, I've been eating this way for a long time, my body is used to eating healthy foods. So when I don't eat healthy foods, my body feels like shit and it's not worth it to me anymore. So that's why I make sure I'm eating things in a way that feels good to me. So that's what I highly recommend. But again, every vacation or travel is different. With work, with a work trip, you can probably stay pretty healthy. You're not out like partying or, not sleeping or anything like that. I don't know. Maybe you are. I've never been on a work trip like that, but there's that. And then on a bachelorette trip, maybe again, if you are like, I just want to say fuck it and enjoy myself, be okay with that. But what I don't want you to do is go and ball out and drink and eat all the foods and then come home and feel guilty about it, because that's not even doing anything for you. I know food guilt can be a very strong emotion, but you can't take it back. So it's like, just go enjoy yourself, set that intention and be okay with it and come home and get right back on track. It really, really is that simple. But just another thing too is just notice how your body feels after eating certain foods. I think it's definitely harder when you're drinking. You just feel like shit after anyway. So you don't really know what felt good, what you ate that made your body feel good or not. But just notice that. That's what you can practice before your vacation, is noticing how you are feeling after eating certain foods. Your body will tell you if something doesn't feel good to you. So yeah, my last tip is plan ahead. And I know this is very general, but depending on what kind of vacation you're going on, if you know you want to eat healthy, plan ahead. I know bachelorette trips, they always have an itinerary. You're not just like working on the fly. So if you're like, no, on this bachelorette trip, I really want to eat healthy, I really want to make healthy choices, look at the menu ahead of time, see what there is to see, maybe, plan to have smoothies in the morning. Cool. Maybe you want to go to the grocery store when you get there. Whatever it is, plan ahead so you are not going into it like, I want to eat healthy, and then just hope you show up and eat healthy for yourself. Or I want to work out and then hope that you work out. It's like, no, you need to actually plan that stuff if you are full on, I want to make this a super healthy, super healthy trip. And it's okay if you don't want to do that. But the important thing is to just plan ahead, make your plan, set the intention, and just go live your life. And after that, you come home, you get right back on track. There's no right or wrong way to do it. I will say, the only thing I don't want you to do is go enjoy your vacation and then come home and feel like shit and be mad at yourself because you didn't stick to what you said you were going to do. That's not what vacation's about. It's about having fun and enjoying yourself, and you get to decide how you want to enjoy yourself. The last thing I will say, I do find it really, really helpful to at least have one part of your routine that you're going to bring with you if you want to stay healthy. I think the biggest thing, is, like I said, feeling good. But for me, like this last trip to Arizona, I set a minimum for myself that I just wanted to do one part of my morning routine. And so I was laying in bed, and as soon as I woke up, I literally just put my headphones on, listened to a meditation with my eyes closed. And that was it. And I'm not saying you need to do this or you need to bring your routine, but for me, it's really helpful. If I want to stay healthy on a vacation, that I bring a piece of my routine with me, even if it's like chugging a glass of water in the morning or, having lemon water in the morning. One little thing like meditating, or maybe it is a quick 10-minute walk in the morning, whatever it is, it just kind of like clicks to your brain like, oh, we're still healthy. We're still doing things that make us feel good. And so it kind of sets the tone for each day. When I was in Arizona, I did my meditation. I still was able to prioritize walking. I went on hikes. Like, I made that a healthy trip because I intended for that. I could have easily not made it that, but I did. And it's honestly kind of crazy. Not drinking, moving my body, drinking my water, eating as healthy as I could. I got home last night, and usually I'm drained after traveling and vacations and everything like that. I got home last night and went to sleep, woke up at like a little before 6, and I felt like it was just another normal day. And I was like, whoa, I haven't traveled like that in a long time, and it felt so fucking good. Like, I don't feel like I'm behind on work. I don't feel like I'm behind on anything. It was just a normal day today. And I was like, wow, this feels so good. I hope I can bring this into the rest of my traveling because, going to Colorado the day this episode comes out. And then I'm going to go visit my sister. So we're going to be snowboarding, staying active. And then I go to Hawaii. And Eric and I stayed decently healthy in general on vacation, but I'm really trying to prioritize my health over everything right now. I've been going through this gut health journey. I'm sure you know this, unless this is your first time listening to my podcast, but I'm on this gut health journey, and my main priority right now is feeling good because I want my acne to clear up. I want all this gut health stuff to be good to go. So every vacation, I am prioritizing being healthy because I want to feel good. And that's what I want to do. But that doesn't mean that's what you need to do. You have to live your life in a way that you enjoy. And if you want to choose to, let loose and not have routine and do whatever you want for a couple days, go for it. Everybody is different. But if you tell yourself you need to be strict on vacation, this healthy lifestyle is never going to last. And if you want to lose weight and have your dream body, you have to make your habits and your lifestyle sustainable, or you're going to fall off and you're going to go into this all or nothing mindset and you're going to spiral, and it's going to be it's just going to be this constant cycle of being on and off, and that's exhausting. So, you get to decide and do what works best for you. There is no right or wrong way. It's all about consistency. And one bachelorette trip or 1 week of travel and not eating the best is not going to ruin your progress. It's what happens when you come back. That is all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this podcast episode. I just thought it was fitting since I'm doing so much traveling and actually really truly trying to stay healthy. And if you struggle to stay healthy on vacation and you feel like you have this all or nothing mindset, I have a few spots left open in Elevate, my one-to-one coaching program, where you can lose 10 to 15 pounds, tone up. You are going to get all of the structure that you need. I take a very holistic approach and a whole lifestyle approach. So you and I will go exactly through every day, day to day, figure out exactly what you need to do in order to get to your goal, and create a plan of action so you can actually stay motivated, stay disciplined, and reach your goals. But do it in a way that you actually enjoy your life, because that's what it's about. Consistency, discipline, but also enjoying the shit out of your life. Because what the fuck is the point if you don't enjoy your life, okay? You deserve to have your dream body and live an extraordinary life, okay? Thank you so much for listening to this podcast episode. If you want to apply to my one-on-one coaching program, the link is in the description below, or shoot me a message on Instagram at Ashley Roberts, AShleyRobutz. That is the same for TikTok as well. And if you would rate and review the podcast, it would mean the freaking world to me. And even if you're just listening to this, thank you. It means the world that you are here, and I'm so freaking proud of you. Love you.